I apologize to our viewers for this interference. There seems to be some sort of networking problem, and I'm not sure exactly where and why, because we had some error messages on Bungie servers first, and then everything disappeared, and the broadcast stopped. Sometimes these things happen. I think on Saturday night, considering lots of people do raids and various other things, it could be linked to like a network overload or outages or something like that. Anyway, we'll still do a bit more of gaming, and I think this beta test is progressing really well. Very happy with everything, really. I can't see any problems with the picture quality or anything else that I've been doing here on my secondary display. It's actually better than expected, and also we had really very good participation from our community members. I guess fewer of our friends came in today, considering it's Saturday and Saturday night, and a bit different to the last couple of beta tests. But the idea really behind the beta test is simply to find out whether everything works as it should, and I can certainly confirm with everyone that the stream works fine on the visual front. The overlays are as they should be. We have the system of donations and tipping, which are fully operational. We have many other instructions in there, which I'll actually test in a moment. And the only problem we are still experiencing is the sound. And the sound levels do not seem to be right. And all the apps I've had previously set up for my streams doesn't seem to work properly anymore. And I just want to say to our viewers, the reason for that is that Twitch has changed the app. They've done some updates in February, and really ever since then the app was causing problems on both consoles. It's a lot more considerable on Xbox, where the audio doesn't work at all. That's the broadcast audio, and also with the game sound, sometimes it's very noisy, there's a lot of audio interference and it keeps disappearing, breaking up, etc. And with the PlayStation, the levels of the broadcaster's voice keep changing in the course of the stream. So sometimes the voice is accelerated, sometimes it drops. It becomes a bit funny, as if you're using some sort of voice effect. You can hear a bit of feedback. And also we've had stoppages. So suddenly there would be like a mute period in the stream, and also on the playback, which is extremely annoying, and it happens very frequently. I just want to stress that there's nothing I can do about this. It's all to do with Twitch and the integration of the app with Xbox, and then here also the way it works on PlayStation 4. It's possible that the updates were primarily geared towards PlayStation 5, but still, they just ruined the whole thing, I've got to say, and I will have to be doing betas for a few more days in order to make sure that indeed everything works properly, and that we can get the best possible quality, I think. On the audio front, I may not be able to resolve this, because this requires updates from Twitch and from PlayStation, and that is obviously outside of my realm. But all the other things seem to work fine. So, what we'll do is we'll just go to the tower, yet again, and then we'll take a short break. I've not had any break so far. It's been already nearly 4 years. Nearly 4 years. What am I saying? It's been 4 hours. You could tell that I'm a bit rusty, and I apologize. I'll get back to the usual after a few streams. And what's sort of disconcerting and something that really keeps interfering with what I'm doing is the new setup, because I have 4 devices here with me and I need to monitor every one of them at the same time, and I don't have any of it on my main television display, which is Sony Bravia, the very big 60-inch display, and I don't see any of the activities on it. The activities are appearing on these secondary devices, and it'll take me a bit of time to get used to it. I need to also find out how to make it work the best with chat and various other things that people can do as we are streaming, like for instance polls and bingos and other types of interactive tools which are introduced to the platform. So all of that needs to be made fully operational from my end, so that I can relax and to things accordingly at the same time to keep an eye on whatever is happening across the board. So I guess it'll take me a bit of time. Much prefer to have chat integrated here with my primary display, so I can see exactly what people are saying as we play the game. But it's not possible on either of the consoles anymore. So there must be a reason for that. But yeah, so we are basically testing the system, and I'm very glad to say that lots of our community members popped in and said hello. We've seen Matthias yesterday after several years, we've seen Sunny today after several years, so that's been really, really good. Really glad to see that our friends are alive and well and healthy and cracking on with various activities in their lives, inclusive of the gaming online together with us. And I just told them that there is a slight change of direction in the way we are running the channel, as the channel is now streamlined for charitable support, and I will post the links through which you can get to know more about fundraising. I talked about it quite a bit already in the stream, and you are going to be able to contribute if you wish, either by becoming involved or by donating. So really, just have a look and decide whether this is something that you're interested in. On the other hand, if you really like the channel and all the interactions that you're getting with our friends and viewers, fans and partners, then you can tip, and the tips could be as big or as small as you wish. You can decide on the amount, and all of those tips will go into the pool for this channel to be growing, supporting me and the overall expenditures which this channel has. And I've got to say, the expenditures are fairly sizable compared to what they were in the past, due to the new tools and add-ons and all other kinds of niceties I brought to our stream. So that's also possible. So you can obviously decide whether you wish to be supporting the channel or whether you want to be supporting our charities. The choice is yours, and both the channel and the fundraising is supporting these very noble, very good causes, and that's really what we do here. Alright, so I'll take a short break, and then I'll be back and we'll do a bit more of Sea of Strikes and maybe some other activities. We'll see what's out there in Destiny 1. So have a cup of tea, have a biscuit, relax a bit, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Alright, my friends, I'm back. I had a very nice cup of tea here, which was made with chamomile, grapefruit, and apple. So that's grapefruit juice and apple juice, which are purely natural, freshly squeezed, mixed with some hot water and with some chamomile. It's a very, very good, refreshing drink, and it's very healthy. And this is what I drink on most of my days. And I also drink sometimes grapefruit with chamomile and also with coriander and turmeric, I should say, not coriander, turmeric and cinnamon. Cinnamon I use quite a lot in cooking. I use it for my breakfast cereals, for porridge and for fruit salads. Just remember, these are very, very strong but very healthy spices. They help really your circulation. They are very good for your skin, for hydration, for your digestion in particular. Turmeric is very good for that, and you know, this is what I drink, this is what I consume. I always advise everyone to be living as healthily as possible because life is short in the biological sense of the word, and we can be under the duress easily by so many different factors as we carry on through life. So I always recommend to everyone to be eating well, eating healthily, then sleeping well, which is extremely important, and then just leading a very well balanced day-to-day life. I know for all of us who live in big cities and global capitals, it's very difficult, but we have got to pay attention to this because otherwise our health is going to be suffering. And as you know, this channel is facilitating and helping many of those people who had gone through the period of serious illness and those people who had been affected by gain disability, sometimes through surgery or, as we've seen during the dreaded coronavirus pandemic, due to the contraction of the virus and the consequences that the virus would have caused to somebody's body. So keep it in mind, live healthily, sleep well, have very healthy nutrition, and just exercise and make sure that your life is always run in a way which will give you very positive, upbeat, forward thinking, and you know, with a lot of good, wonderful, bright, sunny days ahead of you. Alright, so we are, oops, I've lost my stream there on Twitch. Believe you me, I'm not really at home as yet with all these devices, but indeed I will be as we carry on. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. We'll have maybe some stuff picked up there.
Wonderful day, Guardian.
It's very quiet, isn't it? Hold on. Let me see. Maybe it's actually not that quiet. It's my headphones that have turned out very sizably.
Check.
Yeah, I can hear everything a lot better now.
Goodbye.
Because our friends today complained that my voice was not loud enough and the game sound was far too loud, but I think that's to do with his Twitch settings. I don't think it was affected by anything I instigated here on my setup. Setup has been exactly the same as before, but it didn't perform. Angel's Advocate, let's see, Angel's Advocate. So we have that conspiracy theory, yeah, we've picked up before. What's this Angel's Advocate? Should be up there. Scout Rifle. Well, that was quite good. Got good rate of fire, and we'll keep it on for the time being. The weapons which we masterworked, obviously, by far the best. And I have very many of these here in Destiny 1. Chest piece that we are not going to be using. Nothing much there. Okay.
I should get back to my studies.
So should I. Okay, we're seeing we can't get any more binders from him. Let's see whether I can pick up something from Zavala. I didn't pick up anything from him today. We can't get into the Crucible, which is extremely annoying. Oh, he's a Crucible Quartermaster. Okay, I don't bother with him either. You know, once you get used to the Destiny 2 setup, then it's very easy to slide into the routine through which you are just
Thank you,
checking every single character.
You have something for me?
You want to get these bounties, but
Use
then
one
at
of
the
these?
end of the day, you know, the system
You
here
bring back some
works
stories, Guardian.
very, very differently. Look at this. That's
Here we
really cool.
are.
I like that. Take a screenshot of this. Hang on a minute. That's really cool. So hopefully this person's not gonna get up whilst I'm taking it. Yeah, I've taken a very good screenshot.
We need to get a hold of this.
We need to make these screenshots a lot more interactive on Instagram and Twitter. So I need to work out a system
One
to
victory
which
is never enough.
we are going to be using them, and then having, you know,
If
interesting
another
comments
beast
and
from beyond
puns and
threatens the system,
things
we
said
will be
about
there
our
to
activity together to be like really full communal. It's easier to share on Xbox because of the system they have there, which is fully integrated with everything that the Xbox owns. PlayStation is not as easy, and for us the streamers the big problem is
prepare the field.
interfering with
The
the
waking
game
ruins
activity
in the
and then sending screenshots to various online social networking platforms, because you will lose the picture whilst we're doing this, and it's a real bother. I really like sending images and doing these types of screenshot postings as we game, because everyone who is in the game with us will be able to see it elsewhere. But as I said, this is posing problems if you are a console streamer, as any form of activity that is not within the game, i.e. opening the menu or taking screenshots, etc., will be then giving you the absence of the picture. Is just a blank screen, and I'm not really very keen on this. I have very good overlays. I mean, I guess I can use the overlays whilst I'm doing this, and we can do this during a break, so that's something to consider, like be right back, and then I'm just doing it. I'm posting it, so that's probably, I'm just thinking a lot, I'm thinking of a system to which we can do this. Xbox is better, really,
Yeah, Cora.
generally,
You
when
want
it
to bet
comes to
100
sharing
francs
of the
on
images and taking them, collecting, and I think I'll resort to that on Xbox maybe more than on PlayStation. On Xbox you can share immediately with all different types of platforms that are there, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook being,
Hey, Zav.
you know,
I'll give you
there,
the over
or,
on 3 hours till the dropship hits.
immediately, and then also you can do it with Discord, I think. And PlayStation is a bit fiddly on PlayStation 4. I'm not sure what the system is like on the latest
You look
PlayStation
good.
console. I'm not sure. See what we've got here with Zavala.
Still work to be done.
Zavala. It's so heartbreaking to visit Zavala and talk to him, because he's Lance Riddick and he passed recently due to a heart failure, suddenly out of the blue. And it really, my heart sank when the new system started, because there was quite a lot of Zavala in there, and it's just, you know, Zavala is Lance Riddick, and he's in the game. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. And if you were one of the veterans when the news broke, then you would have seen that all the Destiny gamers had set up a shrine next to Zavala's place in the tower that is in the sequel Destiny 2, and then everyone was paying respects. It was absolutely incredible. And everyone should pay respects, because he has been a dedicated, very valued Destiny crew member right from the beginning, and it's just almost unimaginable thinking that no longer is he going to be with us here, and you really wonder who will be replacing him as the voice of Zavala. But well, we'll leave that to Bungie, really. Okay, so
Wars
that's
are won
Nightfall.
battle by battle.
We'll do that maybe on Monday when Sekapupa comes in, and you know, we can join forces yet again. And let's see. I think I'm probably full of taking a screenshot for no reason at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6. Okay. Well, we don't have to go any more to the top deck. We can simply anchor down here, look at the view, and then go up. Look at this. This looks like Jabba the Hutt. You see that? That piece in there, you know, the hill, is a bit like Jabba the Hutt. That's really weird. Never spotted before. Right, so I just want to see the progress. We go Guardian Dons, the Curse of the Future, Cult, Slick Crucible Foil, Swing Crucible Matches. I can't get into the Crucible. Weekly Featured Raid, Ops Create. This corrupted arc blade. Okay. This corrupted land. So there's just one left. Well, I'll do this in the next strike. Patrols. Okay, so that's patrols. It's lengthy grinds. So that's for the raid. King's Hall. Form the ritual. Okay, that's Crux of Darkness. Again, that's lots of these are just to do with Crucible. Right, so we'll swap the blades. We'll replace that drinker with Razor Boltcaster. But you know what? That Boltcaster, I really should have picked up a weapon that could have upgraded it to 400. I think I deleted something earlier, which was a bit silly. I think I've got enough, yeah, of everything to do this. It might. It'll work fine. Okay, so we are back to Sealess, I think.
There is a difference between victory and invincibility.
Once again, I'd like to just tell everyone that we are streamlining the channel towards a particular task, and the task is to be helping those people amongst us who are feeling more vulnerable. So these people could be affected by serious illness, like for instance COVID or anything COVID related. Could have been affected by sudden disability, mental health problem, any form of emotional pressure. Some people experiencing threat of homelessness, having difficulties at home with family members, or generally experiencing something that is making their lives rather difficult and unpleasant. Therefore, we are here to help. As always, this channel always has been helping people who were more vulnerable than others, but we are looking particularly at the system of charitable fundraising, supporting certain charities and then raising the awareness as to why they're so important to our communities, as well as promoting what they do in addition to raising funds. So remember, that's very, very important, and I'll just put the links in there for everyone to see about Mind UK, the charity that's been around for I think 6 decades, and the one that provides services for people with mental health problems. The charity that is providing a variety of different services, but primarily they include individual and group work, so people get together and they talk about the difficulties with qualified professionals and counsellors, as well as sometimes they run various social activities and events where people can get together and do different things really socially. And then we are also wanting to raise the awareness of the importance of those services for everyone, because let's not forget, every single person can become seriously ill and therefore disadvantaged in comparison with the life which had taken place before the illness arrived. And just generally wanting to raise the awareness and genuine understanding on what those charities actually do for the people living in our communities, and as to why they're so incredibly important. So the channel is going to be promoting all of that, and there are links which you can use on my Twitch channel, particularly in the About page. Easily by clicking on any of those, you'll get information on the campaign or campaigns that we are currently supporting, as well as perhaps, if you wish, you would be able to support the channel by tipping in order to make sure I can pay my bills and basically cover the costs of everything that we do here within our Destiny community, our big sort of Twitch-based social networking community that we have been having already for almost 5 years. The costs have gone up and the channel indeed is costing, So therefore, any form of support of that kind will be very greatly appreciated by myself and obviously by my community. I've not been streaming now for a number of months, and I had many messages from my community members indicating they're concerned as to why there were no streams, and they wanted to find out what was going on for me, etc. And I just explained that I was just waiting for, first of all, the better quality internet in order to stream as I wanted, and then also to make sure that the new channel and the old channel with a new concept will be as contemporary, as modern, as interesting as possible, and primarily with the tools that will facilitate that degree of interaction, so that we have more and more contact, we have more connection with our participants in the US and other people worldwide who are interested in gaming through Twitch and other platforms. So I think that that's been achieved. I had spent quite some time during the last 6 months building that, and that's all now been made operational. I'm very grateful to our community members for helping us really with these betas and making sure that everything is working as it should. So I'm very grateful to everyone who participated today and in the last couple of days. We'll still carry on with betas next week, and we'll have more participation and contributions. So coming back to the point, the channel is being streamlined to support charities and people who are in the need, and also it does have now this sort of section for tipping. So if you want to be contributing to enable our community to flourish, to grow, to become more engaged with other issues, perhaps to have regular outdoor I really am kind of not delivering my speeches as good as I should. I don't know as to why that is. It's just probably just a matter of practice. I'm a bit rusty. Anyway, we can also organize other activities which are not just based online, if that indeed was to be coming in greater numbers. So just keep it in mind. Two different means to which you can support. One is to support the charities, the other to support people who are vulnerable by either getting involved or raising profile of certain organizations, institutions, charities and services. And then also you can tip in order to support all we do here on the channel. It's all voluntary, it's all charitable. There's no any form of emphasis on profit making or investment. So it's simply making sure that the good causes are ticking away and that we can certainly help contribute and carry on working as always. So that's the idea. Anyway, I'll just put the links in there for those two, and you'll be able to see what these charities provide. In this instance, it will be Mind UK, and also you'll be able to see what this channel is giving to our community. So just bear with me a second. It'll take a moment for me to send this. So I've written, you can support Mind UK if you wish and get to know a lot more about all they do here. And that here is basically the link which gives you all the information. It's a very nicely designed link by Diltify. Very, very pleased with the way it looks. It's very sort of pretty, very much in tune with the graphic novels, and all the information is there. So just very easy. You click on that link and then you simply get all the information. On the page, when you look at it, you will be able to see that the information supplied is about Mind, first of all, about this campaign, what we are trying to achieve. You'll get at the very top, that's a major toolbar, and there you have milestones. These milestones are basically certain levels of contributions reached, and every single time we reach a level, we have a poll. It's like a mini quiz. We decide on what types of things we are going to be doing, and then we'll deliver a community-based event. So remember, we are making it as playful, as interactive, and as community-based as possible, and that indeed is going to be very rewarding for everyone. So, give an example. The first community-based event will be a session of the Crucible, which is going to be played exclusively by our regular Destiny veterans and our community members. So we know each other, we played before, and so it's no big deal. But then the poll will come up, which will indicate what kinds of weapons and gear we should be wearing. So the community will be deciding on all that we are going to be using in the arena in order to be as entertaining and as amusing as possible. So every single milestone will have another step and another activity. I discussed this with my friends, and they all felt that what was absent on the channel, and they would have loved to have seen, was raids. I explained to them that raids were not present on the channel, as they really kind of move into the competitive waters type of environment. And I'm going to be integrating them with fundraising because they'll attract a lot more interest, and they will be obviously very popular. Destiny raids, Destiny 1 raids, are a lot more popular than the ones that emerge in the sequel. And every one of those, there's 4 raids in Destiny 1, we are going to be having here as part of the fundraising campaign, which means that every single time we reach a milestone, there'll be questions. We'll prepare everybody for the activity, and then we'll schedule the time when the activity is going to be launched and presented. The time will not be the usual DRB Miller Gaming Channel stream, right? What do I say? The time will not be the usual schedule that this channel has. It will be outside of the schedule, delivered as a community-based stream. In order to attract greater attention, we'll pitch it accordingly for the best hours, and obviously our community members will need to be able to participate, those ones who will be scheduled to take part. In addition to that, we'll have people who are donors, who also hopefully are gamers, who will want to be joining us. So if, for instance, we are talking about a crew of 6, we would want 2 donors to come in and 4 veterans to be present. And then, for instance, the raid could be a very good like a tutorial on how to be doing a raid if you're a novice, if you're a rookie. The veterans will teach the other guys, hopefully the donors, how to do it. And that will be very interesting, very amusing to watch. We can do the raid several times. And that's the plan. It's very playful, very interactive, very interesting. I certainly hope that it is going to be raising the bar for myself and providing a lot more enjoyment and entertainment for everyone. But most importantly, the entertainment and the enjoyment will be socially aware, because we are doing it with a particular clear aim in mind, and that is to support the people in our community who are vulnerable. So remember that, it's very, very important. So it's not just any kind of gaming, it's gaming in order to provide services for those who are in the need. And also, like I said, if you want to be supporting myself, this channel, and this sort of social networking platform which we established, which is primarily Destiny based, we also have Warzone and Apex communities attached, and we stream other games over the years on this channel. You can tip, so that's brand new, and this tipping is included in our overlays, and it's included within the whole framework of Tiltify and Stream Elements. So it's brand new, different to what we had before, and just feel free to contribute if you wish. You also can contribute by promoting the channel, or saying to friends and others that you are really enjoying your time here and you really like what you see and how things are here with us in our community. So any form of help and assistance will be greatly appreciated. But as I said, everything costs. We need to pay the bills, and the cost of the channel has significantly increased with a new setup. So obviously I would appreciate if people donated in order to make sure that the channel just lives on. So let me just write this down as well for everyone. Be able to see it. So if you enjoy your time here with our community, you can support all we have here by tipping as little or as great as you wish. And there's the link, which I will just post if you're able to do that. Just bear with me a second. Where's that? Tipping. There we are. Oh. So just like I said, you can support this channel in all sorts of ways. Most importantly, just by raising awareness of what we do here, by making some comments, views, postings on your own Instagrams, Facebooks and Twitters. You can engage with mine and you can talk to other community members who are present there. You will find that sometimes on my Twitter and Instagram there are lots of people who are actually not playing games live online with us. They're actually part of extended community of gamers worldwide. Nevertheless, you can share your views and ideas about what we do here, what you've seen and what you experienced, and raise the bar, make sure that the channel and all we do here is nicely promoted, spontaneously, always be honest. If you like what you see, obviously you can tell everyone very good things. If you do not like what you see, if you have some concerns or complaints, then please do come to me directly and I will be very glad to discuss it with you instead of dishing it out on Twitter. I know that some of the younger gamers have been very displeased with the rule that they're not allowed to be contributing live on air due to the Twitch rules, but that's actually not of my own making. The rules have got to be respected in a way that the company wants us to. People don't realize if you're on Twitch, when you're signing up and all this, they give you agreements, and the agreement is a contract between yourself as a streamer or viewer and the company, and if you break the rules, then they will take action. So obviously I'm very careful to be always aligned with the rules. So if people are not happy with some of that, please do address it with me directly, and then obviously we can take it further, or we can look at the ways in which these things can be resolved. Again, if you wish to contribute with tipping financially, you can. It could be as little or as great as you wish, and just use the link there, which is on Twitch, and you'll be able to help the channel, its growth, and everything we do here with our community. Alright, so let's just crack on with some more Sea of Strikes and wrap it up for today. I mean, I started reasonably early at 8 o'clock. It's already gone midnight. It's already been, let me see, 4 hours, 30 minutes. Okay, we'll do a couple of strikes and then we'll call it a day, I think. All considering we'll sort of wrap it up around 1 o'clock, which is very, very late for me. I've got to admit, I do not stream or play games that late. I'm a bit surprised that we didn't have a few more people coming in tonight. I thought with... I'll just see again how many people are watching Destiny there. Curious. 56. I guess the vast majority are doing raids, because Saturday and Friday nights are the nights where people really get involved, and some of the regulars get together, so there isn't actually time to participate with other people's streams or do anything else, which is understandable. Lots of people work during the week, and then obviously Fridays and Saturdays, instead of going out for a drink, they'll do raids. And that's the way it should be. It's really cool. I like the idea.
The House of Devils marked you as public enemy #1 after you trashed their Prime servitor, but your old friend Sepix Prime is back,
repetitive,
and apparently better than ever thanks to the Devil Splicers and Siva. Zavala is not too happy
really
about the idea of the Splicers playing Godmaker, and I can't
but
blame
all
him.
these strikes are very enjoyable.
So what you're saying is
I'm never
it's
bored,
time we return to the scene of the
particularly
crime.
if
I'm sure the Fallen will be happy
some
to
of
see
them
us.
without regulars and not community veterans. Always good fun. And don't forget the strikes, Seavers and Nightfall Strikes in the original.
The new and improved
This
Sepix
one,
is holed up in the Devil's Lair.
Is a lot harder
You know what to do.
than in the sequel. You can see that my friend is just doing speed run. Not too much.
The Hive are still holding ground in the refinery, but I'm also tracking multiple SIVA energy signatures. Well, that's new.
That's all been done and dusted. Our friends do not like going through the loops. They want to get to the boss as quickly as possible. They left all the ads to me, which is alright. I want to complete my bounties. You know, if anybody who's in the yesterday for a while, very important that we see actually everything that's going on, rather than just the boss battle.
Splicers have a laser grid blocking the way. I should be able to disable it. In the meantime, do not touch the lasers, and watch my back.
Yeah, they're just literally racing to the boss.
Splicers really know how to encrypt their systems, but I got this. Halfway through.
Just respawning here today, so we'll leave them behind. Because you've seen obviously what had to be done here in order to move forward. But that's what we completed. Well, you know, people have to play the game within times, they're not interested in anything else, just getting to the boss correctly. It's not the way I play the game. You know, when it comes to the times, I just always go through the hoops, I should say, in order to get to the boss.
Got it. Grid's clear. Let's get out of here.
What is it called? It's a very powerful weapon. Hammer of Dawn is the most powerful weapon in Gears of War. Okay.
Guardian, I've got reports of Hive activity near the Devil's Lair. You seeing anything?
Yeah. We've definitely got Hive. And apparently they hold a grudge because they're mad. And I think they're letting the Fallen know it.
Alrighty. Thank you, pal. Thank you. Alright, let's go in then. Just pick up some of that heavy ammunition if possible. I think it is going to be hard, but pick it up. It's not getting any in the last match. Arcade straps, they're terrible.
Why would the Splicers rebuild Sepik? They already have Siva.
I can make a guess. Maybe an offer to the other devils. A show of power. You know, in Siva we trust, and in Siva all things are possible.
Yeah,
Get in there, and show them that their god is nothing but metal and tech.
they're really a nuisance if you are.
Sepik's perfected, in all his glory.
If you are in Nightfall. Mind you, some of you see the strats the same problem. I don't do anything. That's really crazy. I forgot it was
Halfway through,
Volcaster.
but we've got major hive reinforcements inbound. Good luck.
I thought it was, well, because I use raise lights at most times. It's one bound to be
Nowhere for Sepix to run this time.
That's right. Sepik is mind you, there is some loot in here.
Sepix was the Splicer's next big play. Present a god for all to worship.
Haven't
Then
got
control
that
the flow of
skeleton
ether
key.
to control the house.
I guess they didn't factor us into the plan.
Any wrench we can throw in their works is a good thing. Guardian, you make one hell of a wrench.
Now then. There you are, friends. We'll do another one. He's howling. I've got that one as well, you know. I'm not trying it. $48, yeah, 37. What about the last guy? What happened to him? Just bailed. 14 medals. Right, so let me see what is going on. That's for the Crucible. That's silly. I didn't really need any of this. Could have just used that Dark Drinker then. No loot of any use for me. Okay, we can see what that means. Alright.
Guardian, we picked up a high-gain transmission. Origin point is somewhere along the coast, near the Cosmodrome.
That's Rasputin, the AI Warmind. If I'm understanding him correctly, it's a distress call. There are so few ballet fans left, Guardian. It'd be a shame to lose him.
After this strike, we'll test some of the scripts that I've got now on the channel and sort of want to find out how many of those are going to be working. So that will be the next step. And then after testing the scripts, we'll maybe just do another mission and then wrap it up for today. So still a lot more action to come.
We can't afford another Omnigul situation. Get in there, assess the threat, and aid Rasputin. A threat to the Warmind is a threat to the city as well.
Heads up, Rasputin's dropping a warsat in from orbit. It's got the codes we'll need to
I really
access
like
his
that
bunker.
one. That's always good fun. Make sure you don't get that warsat on your head, which is what did happen to me a few times. Yeah, but you need to activate it. So the first thing you do is you want to eliminate those cannons in there, see? Yeah, he was invisible, so our friend did not see any of it. That was the problem.
Sorry this is taking so long, but these sequences are incredibly complex. Plus, I'm actually not that great at math, so...
Oh, why? That was really very, very fast there. I have a full heart. Thank you. Go. There you go.
got access. Let's go.
Alright, so that's all sorted. Nice and easy lemon squeezy. Well done. Okay.
Доступ получен. Аннулирование протокола.
I'm detecting comm signals deep in the vault.
Anyone with a radio could have picked up Rasputin's distress call. If we don't shut it down, half the Cosmodrome could be at his front door.
Oh, you got him? Yeah, okay, cool. I think our phone is perhaps having a very poor internet connection or something, because we obviously rolled up to max 4400, but having some issues there with being cut out all the time. You just have to remember, any online massive multiplayer, and particularly PvP games, they're extremely dependent on the internet connection. So if you're getting killed all the time, doesn't have to be that you're not particularly skilled or whatever. It definitely matters. Still nothing. Everything's hard to get with it in Map Series. So that's nice and easy.
I can try to override his system locks, but Rasputin's reaction to a hack might be extreme. Must be some way to bypass his systems.
Система взломана. Нанесен урон. Запущено планирование контрмер.
It worked. Maybe too well.
It did work.
This arc energy is coming from the depths of Rasputin's power grid. It's similar to what we use to power the city, but its drift velocity is totally different than ours. Fascinating.
Yeah, you need to grab that orb and then again. That's the idea. It's all done.
try to hack us through, but Rasputin might handle that poorly. His system's already stressed. Must be some other way to bypass his systems.
Yeah, you've got to be made, and that's fine.
Нанесен урон. Запущено планирование контрмер.
Ooh, okay. Wow. He is really pretty mad at us. I think he... Yes, he just threatened us with orbital death from above. Let's get moving. This arc energy is coming from the depths of Rasputin's power grid. It's similar to what we use to power the city, but its drift velocity is totally different than ours. Fascinating.
Once you've done it a few times in a row, then you remember. Right. Okay, so that's sorted. Good. Is it going to fail in the last attempt there? Alright.
Rasputin has incredible technology under lock and key down here. I'm almost surprised he doesn't have breaches more often. I guess it helps he really doesn't like visitors.
Yeah, I like this strike. It's probably one of the easiest here, even if you do it on the Nightfall. But, taking so long? It wasn't too far.
That shank's been modified to crack his system. Let's take it out. Zavala, these breaches are a serious threat. Has the Vanguard tried to reach out to him recently? Get him to understand we're allies.
The last time we sent in a team was years ago. We found what remained of their bodies scattered across the sky. Watch.
Skeleton keys.
Noted.
In the meantime, I'm sending a team to seal the vault. All thanks to you, Guardian.
So
impressive work.
Must be down below somewhere. Never mind. We'll do another, and then we'll try the scripts. Yeah, I have nothing else than the rest of them there.
Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. So let's get to taking out their command, one by one. Valis Ta'arik. From what I can gather, he commands the siege dancers from an Imperial land tank outside of Rubicon. He's well protected. But with the right team, we can punch through those defenses, take this beast out, and break their grip on
That's good. We are getting a few more people joining the force here, because early on we were getting nobody, and it was a bit of a drag, really. Oh, being seated in here, good God.
Let's find access to their system. See if we can track down Valis Ta'arik.
Oh, this one I've not played for a long while. Oh, the other guy's gone through already. Okay, we got him. Yeah, he needs to join us. Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, look at these. Right. Our friends are racing. There's no need to do that, friends. We do it nicely and slowly and bit by bit. Not like that. got some female. Come on. The fighter should just explode straight around. It's not far away. Hey, once you found that's enough. Yeah, but you know, after you play Destiny for a little while, let's say, if you were having a lengthier break, you just remember everything straight away. In the sequel, it's easy to forget certain things because there are so many activities in here. It's a lot easier. It's interesting about Destiny 1, so you get a smaller number of strikes, but they will come across in Seivus and Nightfalls with different degrees of difficulty. So even if you've done them several times, still, it will be very difficult to complete. Unless you have to really very proper capacity. One got hit and look at this. Well, that's very good. This is what I wanted and needed. Yeah, this might be destroyed. Oh, he's up there. Brought you back. Okay, that's all sorted. But there are some right from here. That was just too quick. it's the other way actually. No? The other guys have been eliminated, but somebody else was a bit too fast by the looks of it. Didn't swim properly. Sometimes it doesn't work. Not exactly sure why. Because the idea, if you're doing it on slip, is to jump and then rotate. You never ever should take it in the ground and stand there. That's a bit of an overkill. I just hated the fact he was shooting me in the back. That's so funny. Stork. Chance it. No, don't chance it, don't chance it. We're dead. Right. No, still have enemies out there. That's not a good idea. No special ammunition anymore. That's pretty annoying. Woo!
Got it. I'll let Commander Zavala know
he's
there's
gone.
one less problem on Mars.
Valis Ta'Arik has finally been defeated in the Cabal Command dealt a great blow. But in the darkness rising, more fleets will come and new leaders will rise. We must be ready to face them all.
There we are, friends. We have completed this Seaver Strike, and that's going to be the last Seaver Strike for tonight, because I think that's just about long enough for what we wanted to accomplish. Our beta test is progressing really well. Everything seems to be working, but the audio is not as good as it should be. So we've got that obviously still marked. It's funny because I couldn't see the guys and wonder whether they could hear me. Alright, so let's see what we picked up. That's 390, we don't need to do that. 390, no, need 400 of some sort. This one also we don't want. Some engrams. We'll go back to the tower to do these. Why not? And then we call it a day, call it a night. But what I do want to do is I want to try some of the scripts that we were looking at yesterday. So let me see if we go to that. Right, we'll go to the tower. So let's see, if I was to put in here something like so the 8 ball says, who knows, feels bad, man. The 8 ball says the heavens point to yes. Right. So let's try it again. You will have to wait. Okay. Just stand there. Up here. Cover you. Whilst I'm testing those scripts, I'm quite curious to see what sort of reactions we get. Feels amazing. Okay, so that all seems to be working. We'll say accept. What did we get there? It's not operating. I guess we need to accept. Let's see account age. See that, whether that works. Daniel Miller was creating, Daniel Miller Gaming I should say, was created 5 years, 7 months, 5 days and 13 hours ago. Okay, so that's fine. Let's see, bet. There's no contest currently running. Okay. Okay, so do chat stats. So chat stats. So we get the stats. Okay, cool. Commands. We get our commands. Contest. There is no contest currently running. What's deny? Deny duel, okay. Emotes. So that doesn't work for some reason. Buy tickets for giveaway. Okay. That needs to be set up. For age. I'm not following myself. Well, fair enough. Items. No items have been found. Join an active raffle. That needs to be set up as well. Not set it up. Leaderboard. Okay. Look at the leaderboard. Cool. Next. No songs in the queue. Nil points and is rank 41 on the leaderboard. Okay. I redeem. I guess the instructions are quite simple. Uptime. It says that I've been streaming for 1 hour 54 minutes and 8 seconds, but actually just the second part of the stream because it got disconnected. In fact, I've been streaming 5 hours 35 minutes and 33 seconds. Okay, so watch time. Let's see, watch time. I spent 12 hours 10 minutes watching my own channel. That's funny. That means I don't really like watching my channel, considering how many hours I have been streaming altogether. So that's funny. Curious about this bingo. Okay. At points, see where that is. So it looks like channel commands seem to be working quite well. They're responding. I guess some of these things will need to be set up. I've not really done it before, so look into that more closely. Okay, so thanks very much for watching Destiny Academy Beta yet again tonight. I was testing a few other things here, you know, to make sure that everything that's been added onto the channel works properly. Seemed to have been all good, and we'll carry on with our tests because I'm not still convinced that everything is as it should be, particularly on the audio front. And I want to thank all of our participants. It was very great to see Sandman and other friends popping in tonight, and also particularly Sunny, who we've not seen for a couple of years. Sunny, our friend from Netherlands, from Amsterdam, a team member, a squad member, and a regiment member of Warzone. So that was really great to be able to chat. I'll actually ping him a few messages after this stream because I want to find out how he's doing and what's been going on in the meantime. And I want to thank everyone for providing us with feedback, for supporting us, and for being our valued community members. We are going to be working on the new direction, as I said, supporting various charities and doing fundraising events here on the channel, as well as us supporting those who are in the need, people who are more vulnerable in our community. So keep this in mind, and also make sure you read various postings on Twitter and Instagram, which will be closely describing what is actually going on with the campaign and all other activities. Very important that you are there, because I'll have my schedules and other bits of news posted on those two platforms. We also have Discord and Reddit and Facebook. You can use these as well, but they will not be having these kinds of announcements that will be alerting you on what the channel is going to be doing and what participants will bring in, and also what types of community-based activities and events we are likely to be running. So anyway, like I said, we have also the new system of tipping and funding and donating. Tipping is for this channel, which means if you like what you see and you want to be helping us to continue, both myself as the kind of channel leader and our community members, then it's very important that you actually do donate somewhat, because everything costs, and the costs of the channel and the broadcasts have gone up and up and up and up in view of the additions. So that's the tipping for you. And then on the other hand, if you wish to be supporting our charities, you'll be able to donate straight away to Tiltify. We have a link and a campaign set up there. The target for the campaign is £1,000, and this is entirely to be raised for Mind UK. So Tiltify will be managing the transactions, and I will be obviously promoting the campaign in order to raise public awareness and get as many of our donors and contributors as possible. And so it's two different, as I said, ways to which you can help. One is helping the charities, and the other is helping myself. So for the very end of the stream, I'll leave a couple of links for you to look at. Hope you enjoy the stream. Hope you are going to be coming back to join our Destiny Academy, the channel that provides education on two levels. One is all about Destiny and other video games, video game industry, gaming-based communities, etc., and the other is learning about vulnerabilities and mental health. So it's two different levels. This channel unites the both, or merges the both, I should say, unites the gamers from around the world to support this particular aim. And you would have seen that, particularly during the pandemic, how supportive the channel has been to so many people who otherwise would have felt completely alienated, alone, and all by themselves during that very, very difficult period. So once again, I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank all of our participants and contributors, and I will now wish you a very, very good night.